Using the V-Ray volume grid on the GPU, you can render volumetric effects such as fog, fire, and smoke extremely fast. To get started, let's go to the Create panel and choose the V-Ray volume grid. Click somewhere close to the origin to create it, and then load in one of the cloud cache files from the Asset folder and start the IPR. These cloud caches contain smoke particle simulations made with Phoenix FD. You can easily control the volume grid's color, opacity, and other properties in the rendering section if you open up the volumetric options. For example, in the smoke color rollout, let's adjust the constant color to preview a few different colors in the IPR. Then set the color to white. Next, drop down the smoke opacity rollout and let's reduce the simple smoke opacity down quite a bit, to around something like 0.015. We can then decrease the external scatter multiplier to make the cloud a bit more contrasty. Next, let's close the VFB and experiment with the preview settings for better performance. Note that these settings will only affect the viewport appearance and not the render result. For example, try increasing the detail reduction parameter to reduce the amount of detail that's displayed in the viewport. You can also change the voxel preview mode to only if selected. This is useful for managing performance when creating multiple copies of volume grids. Now let's unhide the geometry layer and then switch to our camera's perspective. Lift the volume grid up into position above the building and then start an IPR to see how the cloud looks. Now all we have to do is make some instances of the volume grid, and we can position the clouds around in the sky to suit our preference. We can also load in another cloud cache file for a bit more variety. Once you're happy with the arrangement, go ahead and do a production render.